Oh boy, so today I've got what would be the equivalent of a shakeout run. Because this whole week, this week number 10 it's somewhat of a mini taper leading up to tomorrow. And I've mentioned this in other videos. So I apologize if you've heard me say this before, but tomorrow for my long run, instead of doing a typical long run, it's going to be a half marathon time trial. So it really got me thinking about, this might make a great question of the day. So for the training blocks that you have gone through yourself, do you have a mini taper like this midway through your training block? Let's talk about it. I wonder about its effectiveness sometimes, especially when I've only got 6 weeks out. I'm excited to keep going and try to build my endurance and improve my conditioning and all those things. And I wonder sometimes to myself if having a mini taper and doing a time trial like this is a good idea at this point in time. It hasn't failed me in the past, so this is one of those moments in time when I've said before, trust the plan. Well, this kind of thing that I'm talking about. I don't mean follow a plan blindly. If you're injured or hurt, obviously take care of yourself. By all means, take care of yourself. But in terms of the structure, trust the plan and it's going to get you there. So I'm trusting the plan. I'm going through with it. We're going to have some fun today. I'm actually going to be out in the Gel Nimbus 25s. I haven't run in those only, I don't know, maybe 3 times or so. So they don't have a ton of miles in them. For a variety of reasons, but mostly it just has to do with the weather, but some of it has to do with the type of runs that I was trying to accomplish at the time when the weather would have been good enough for me to run in them, but it's not the type of run that I was going out on where they would be appropriate. So hope that makes sense. All right, so I am all done stretching out for the most part. I just got one more thing left to do. And then I'm going to get ready and I'm going to go out and hit it and truck around town. And because this is a shakeout run, it's only going to be 20 minutes or 10 minutes cool down. So effectively, it'll be a 30-minute run. All right, I'm going to go get dressed. So I'm treating today as if tomorrow were the marathon. So it's good practice. So my fueling, hydration, all that kind of good stuff, I'm really paying attention to today. Try to get it as close to marathon, day before marathon anyway, okay, as I can get. Okay, so this shakeout run is coming to a close. Felt really good, just nice and easy. Absolutely perfect day for it, as I mentioned. Sun is shining, 39 degrees or so. Perfect. All right, I'm going to finish it off. Trying to meet me out here. She's such a good kitty cat. She's such a good girl. I'm going to go have some of that superfood soup and have that for lunch. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Really exceeded my expectations. If you guys want to learn how to make it, check out the video. Oh, body. Now with that shakeout run over with, that put me at just about 20 miles is all this week, so my legs are feeling pretty fresh. I think I'm going to have a pretty good run tomorrow for that half marathon time trial. Now, you might have noticed that I was using a couple different cameras on that run, so I'd really like to know your opinion. The reason that I'm testing out different cameras is because my go-to camera is the Insta360. Now this it films in 360 degrees, but in order to really get those shots that I love so much, where it kind of looks like a drone is following me around, you have to have a pretty long selfie stick, right? So look at this thing. This thing's pretty huge. So it's sticking out a long ways in front of you. And I was reading on Boston's website, they don't allow selfie sticks at all. So I'm going to honor that. I don't want to be that guy with a big selfie stick that's going to be causing problems. You know what? I probably could sneak it onto the course somewhere and pull it out from time to time. But again, I want to be respectful of Boston and the organizers because I want to go back again. I'm really looking forward to being there this year. And so I want to be respectful of their wishes. So what I did do is I broke out my Insta Go2. And that's this little guy. So you might have seen me doing some video footage this way. Unfortunately, the audio sucks. The audio was not good. It was windy that day, and I really didn't prepare that well for the wind. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play around trying to get some windscreen or something to be able to block some of that wind out. I did use some software to try to edit that out, which is why it kind of sounds a little bit funky at times. But mainly I'm interested in what you think of the footage, because the footage that I'm getting where I'm basically holding this like so, that's what I want to get some feedback on. You know, is it too jittery? Is it okay? You know, that kind of thing. I love this camera. It's got, you know, this little strap that you can use. It has all kinds of accessories. The camera itself, check this out. This thing is so tiny, and it does such a great job. It really, the footage you get out of this guy is pretty amazing. And it has, you know, a bigger battery that you can put it in. If I wanted to, I could carry the battery, you know, carry in the battery itself. And it has kind of a built-in, you know, little stand. So this will be fun. I'll be taking this around Boston for sure. Just to use to capture some footage because it's so convenient to have on hand. But what I love about it for running the marathon is I've got it, I can have it attached to my wrist, and that's it. You know, and because they don't allow selfie sticks, this doesn't have a selfie stick, but it does have a little bit of something to hang on to. And I think the footage that you get, especially when it's pointed forward, is pretty good. You know, it's not so jittery. I know it's a little bit bouncy when you're holding it like this, but pretty much all cameras are. If I can get the audio fixed, this might very well be the guy that I take to Boston. However, on tomorrow's run, so for the half marathon, I'm going to be taking my GoPro Hero 9 with the media mod. I'm not a big fan of the media mod itself. It's not convenient to use. It makes it hard to get to the SD card, that kind of stuff. But that aside, the mic actually does a pretty good job with the windscreen on being able to capture your voice and then filter out all of that wind noise for the most part. You still pick it up here and there, but for the most part, I think it does a pretty good job that way. And so I'm going to try filming just with this, no selfie stick at all, just kind of doing this kind of number. And I'm going to take you along with me on that half marathon using my GoPro Hero 9 tomorrow. So, you know, as you watch these videos, if you could shoot me a comment in the comment section, or if you want to drop me an email, that's awesome too. It's runtall2020@gmail. I'd love to hear some feedback as to which camera you think might best be suited for me to take to Boston. So right now it's going to be between the GoPro Hero 9, probably with a media mod or some type of windscreen, or this little guy. All right. So having said all of that, I do want to say thanks to everybody who continues to comment on all the videos. This is the one of the Boston shirts that I picked up that might be a contender for me to take with me, depending on what the weather's like. This one's obviously by Rabbit. It's not the official Adidas or Adidas gear. I won't put any of that on until after I run the race, or maybe possibly to run the race then. We'll just see what it is. So thanks again for commenting on the previous videos. I appreciate it. I enjoy doing the Savory Saturday meal preps a lot more than I expected. And I continue to like it a little bit more each time that I do it. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for that half marathon time trial where I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to try some other types of filming things too as I try to break that half marathon down for you and let you know how it goes. Hey, run tall, run strong, be kind to one another. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on Run Tall with Tim.